our theme for this year. Oh, come, let us worship the Lord. We want to look at different aspects of worshiping God this year. And I said earlier that our theme is, Lord, we live to worship you. Last week it was, Lord, we love to worship you. Pastor Evans will be preaching on the theme Sunday coming, Lord, we look to worship you and anticipate worshiping God when we come into the house of the Lord. And oh, what a beauty it was to both look at God and worshiping Him today in this praise and worship, and to see the rest of you really engaging God in worship too. I could see the heartfelt worship, and I said something in my mind. I said, you know, I think that God is still the best person to make a comment. So I really said it in my mind, but I'm sharing the video, and I said, Lord, I think your peace will happen today. I hope so. Because when people worship God from the heart, He is pleased. And so keep worshiping God from the heart. And so I want to let you know that our theme song for the rest of the year is coming back to the heart of worship. We'll be singing that at different times. Because that's what we're about when we talk about worshiping this year. We're going back to the heart of worship. When the music fades and all is swept away, you know, the heart of worship is what we're all about. At this point, the title of my sermon is entitled Made to Worship. Made to worship. Because that's what we're made for. I want you to know that firstly, we live because of God. We live because of God. We were created by Him and for Him. We are alive because of God. Let me just put this over the table from now. God did not have to make any one of us. The last time I checked, when He made man, He said that it's not good for man to be alone. But He, God, the Trinity, God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit, never said that they were alone, nor are they lonely. So I'm just putting it out there that He doesn't need us, God doesn't need us. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, good company. Good company. God didn't have to make us. He doesn't need us to survive. So therefore, we are the ones who need Him. And you need to remember, since we are made to worship, first point is that we live because of God. Revelation 4 verse 11, you can quickly turn here, but I'll read it out to you. It's a very familiar verse that we made a chorus of. It says, Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power. For Thou hast created all things, and for Thy pleasure they are and were created. God has created all things for His pleasure. I want us to remember that. Even though we live and enjoy life, even though we are enjoying life and having pleasure in life, God made us for His pleasure. We live because of God. We live for God. Colossians 1 verse 16 puts it this way. For by Him were all things created. And by the way, if you read the passage well, you will see that it's talking about our Creator Jesus Christ, who is still God. For by Him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether there be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created by Him and for Him. Everything was created for Him, by Him and for Him. Sometimes I believe that it is difficult for some of us to really give God the glory for some things. Some things that happened in society, some things that happened since creation, it's hard to say and to even put, like for instance, the demonic realm in this passage. For Him, giving Him pleasure. It is putting things into perspective though. That even though the demonic world opposes God, and really you would say instead of giving God pleasure, they're giving God heartache. But put it into perspective, that is the creator of all things, including demons, which were good angels, of course, and then turned on God. And the things that are evil, put it into perspective. The idea that everything seems to work for his good. It is putting things to the place where people understand that everything God is over and he's ruler over it. And everything, as Romans 8 verse 20 says, all things work together for his good. There is nothing that is made that was a mistake by God. He knows exactly what he's doing. And so, we who are special creation, coming down to us as human beings, we were made especially to worship him. We were created for him. Turn me to another portion, Psalm 102. Psalm 102. We live because of God. Psalm 102, verse 18 says, I like it. It says, this shall be written for the generation to come, and the people which shall be created shall praise the Lord. This shall be written for a generation, and may I pluralize generations to come, that the people which God has created shall praise him, should praise him, must worship him, ought to praise him. His creation must praise him. And if you forget, if you do not have a good reason, other than those of us who are saved, salvation, we praise him because he created us. We praise him because he's a life giver. We worship God because if it were not for him, we would have not existed. That's a reason. I want to look this year on the worship idea because there's a debate, and rightfully so. There's a debate going around for years in Christendom. Can an unsaved man worship God? Come back to study one night and we talk about it. But let me give you a taste. If a man is unsaved, or a woman, let's balance it up, balance it in. If a man or a woman is unsaved, and they choose to worship God in terms of giving acknowledgement to him as their creator, is something wrong with that? There are different aspects of worship. You worship God for your salvation, but there are people who say thank you. They are not saved, but they thank him for being the creator. So that's what it is. We can flesh it out in Bible study. But I want you to understand, if there is one thing all creation can worship God for, is that he created them, that he created us, that he is the life giver. We cannot exist and would not exist without a creator. And so we ought to thank God for giving us life. We ought to thank God for existence. We owe our existence to God. We live because of God. The scripture continues to say, verse 19 of Psalm 102, for he has looked down from the height of his sanctuary. Just picture heaven's temple. That's what they're saying, heaven's temple. From heaven did the Lord behold the earth. To hear the groaning of the prisoner, then to loose those that are appointed to death, to declare the name of the Lord in Zion and his praise in Jerusalem, when the people are gathered together and the kingdoms to serve the Lord. In case you missed it, when God looked down from heaven and created us and gave us life, he looked down, and there are some of us who can identify this idea that when we were not saved, we were prisoners, we were bound, we were in chains, we were condemned to hell. But praise be to God, his blood cleansed us from all unrighteousness, and we are no longer condemned, we are heading to heaven. And so he loosed us from that. And so when he says he loosed those that are appointed to death, we were heading in the wrong direction. We were spiritually dead, but now we are alive. And he says, no, he has loosed you. Read it this way. No, he has loosed you. No, you are saved. To declare, verse 21, the name of the Lord in Zion. You didn't just get saved just because. Or you didn't just get saved just to come to church. Just just sit and be entertained. You got saved. You are loose to declare the name of the Lord in Zion, meaning the worship area, wherever the worship place. We are saved, and that is something that we need to declare to everybody that Jesus saves. And his praise in Jerusalem. That is why it says, when the people are gathered together and the kingdoms to serve the Lord. We've been saved, we've been sanctified. We're made to worship. We live because of him. And so that's the reason to give him all the glory and the honor and the praise. I want us to be true worshippers. I want all of us to understand what it means to praise the Most High. That's why I said, when you look at it, there are different examples. Remember a couple of Sundays ago, look at Nebuchadnezzar. At some point, the great Nebuchadnezzar had to say, give the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords glory. So how about us? Why not? He is our Creator. We need to understand what God has done for us. He has made humankind, mankind, womankind, call it another kind. He has made us, but not just to simply exist, but to worship him, to give him thanks, to give him glory, simply because you live, and he is the giver of life. My friends, because we live because of God, and so because we understand that he is the one that gave us life, we live to worship God. Secondly, we live to worship God. We must worship God with all of our hearts, all of our life. Since you know that you owe your existence, since I know that I owe my existence to the Almighty God, then we must, with our life, since he gave us life, with our life, give our lives back to him. We must never hold back anything from God. In Acts chapter 17, please turn there. There's an account in Mars Hill. Acts chapter 17. We live to worship. There were these persons who were worshipping all kinds of idols, but then in particular, they had put up an idol, they don't call it idol at this point, they had put up something, an inscription to an unknown God. They were so uncertain about who to worship, because they're hearing different people of different gods. And so they put this one up and to say to an unknown God, which really may be alluding to the God of gods, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. But they needed more information. So here it goes. In verse 22, Paul said in Acts 17, then Paul stood in the midst of Mars and said, ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things you are too superstitious. For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with this inscription, to the unknown God, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship, him declare I unto you. In other words, I see you have different altars here, but this one has caught my eye to an unknown God. And I suspect that within God's spirit and Paul's spirit, that was the one that was for our God. And that is why he says, I'm going to declare him unto you, because you're worshipping ignorantly. I don't want anybody here to be worshipping ignorantly. So let me declare unto you our known God. Because I know, because Hillview Baptist Church knows. He might be unknown to you, but we know him. And we want you to get to know him for yourself. So he goes on, what a beautiful discourse. I love it. It's a preaching passage, you know. God that made the world and all things therein. So it is already stated, he is the creator. Seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands, So the God of all gods, this unknown God is a known God, is a known creator. He's God of heaven, he's God of earth, and he's not made with hands. The song says, "God is a God made by human hands." Neither is he worshipped with men's hands, as though he needed anything. See, he giveth to all life and breath and all things. What is verse 25 saying? Verse 25 is simply saying that phrase that says, "Neither is he worshipped with men's hands." Meaning, God is not dependent on the work of men's hands. Human hands do not minister to God's needs and wants. God does not need people to survive. That's what it's all about, you know. Here's what used to happen, or even so, some people still think this way. Some of the heathens believed that the gods were fed or nourished by the offerings made to them. So for them, they thought that they were sustained God if they gave an offering, you know, a sacrifice. You know, let's kill a goat, kill a ram, kill a sheep, kill some doves, and we put them on the altar. And then it nourishes God when it goes up. And it is what he, God feels nourished again, and he feels like, oh, I can move on again. There are some people who believe that. So when you watch some shows, you think it's just moving, you think it makes. There are some people who believe that they are the ones sustaining their God. That is why they sometimes do human sacrifice. And they say, oh, the sun God, oh, the this and God. So we have to kill a virgin, and we have to give him up to the altar because the sun God needs some food. Sun God, our God doesn't eat food. Sun God, our God doesn't need food. Sun God, that our God doesn't need us to survive. Sun God, that our God doesn't need us to be sustained. He doesn't need all of that because he's all of that, all that himself. So that's what Paul was simply trying to say. The God we do serve, he's self-sustaining. He doesn't need us, while others thought that was the case. So verse 26 says, "And has made of one blood all nations of men, for to dwell on all the face of the earth." God has made humankind, mankind. He has made us one blood. Whether you like Adam or not, whether you like Eve or not, whether you want to even accept the concept or not, we all came from Adam and Eve. That's what we mean by one blood. We all came from this one blood. This is how God set it out. He made a man and a woman, and he said, "Be fruitful and multiply." From then on, the genealogies, the genetics, everything passed on. One blood. All nations of one blood. For to dwell on all the face of the earth, and have determined the time before appointed, and the bounds of their habitation, meaning the boundaries of where you live. God has determined where you must live. You know, can I just, as the bunny trail, go alongside something here? You know that sometimes we believe we're in control of our destiny. I know there is free will enough and choice. But can I just say to you that, you know, even though you think that you run things, I know you run things, you know, and God runs things. He has determined things beforehand, and even your boundary where you live. So when you determine, say, well, but when you determine, say, well, Kingston, I'm not saying you that you know something about Kingston already. When you determine to come and move to up here, God tell you to come. There's a reason for everything in God's plan. You think you run things, you better check who run the world and the girls are God. God runs the world. So we live to worship him because he said, notice that he runs things, he creates things, he tells you where to go, he tells you where to live, tells you to populate. And if you try to be disobedient, if God is sending you somewhere and you decide to be disobedient, you don't worry. God knows how to make you move. He knows how to create persecution. He knows how to make you move on your comfort zone. You will not stay put where God wants you to go. So understand the God we serve. So it goes on to say, verse 27, that they should seek the Lord, if haply they might feel after him and find him, though he be not far from every one of us. He said that, notice God, and he said that they should seek him, that all of us should seek him and feel. Some people don't know, they're trying to decipher him, and they're like blind people, where is God? I don't know him. He said, he can be known. He's not far off. He's not an old guy in a rocking chair with a long beard that never needs cutting. With half one eye open and closed, wondering, them done yet? He is very aware and alert. And he is hearing. His ears are inclined. So when you call upon him, he will answer. So he's very aware. Then he says, verse 28, for in him we live. I love verse 28, you should love it too. For in him we live. That's the truth of my second point. We live to worship God. In him we live and move and have our being. We exist because of God, so we live to worship him. In him we live and move and have our being. As certain also of your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. God gave us a piece of him. He blew into Adam, and I would say Eve, the breath of life. Nobody lives without God. He gave us, he is able to distribute pieces of his spirit to make us live and still remain a whole spirit. What a beautiful God. What a powerful God. You see, that is why I tell you, there's something special about the God of God when you think about it. There are billions of people, billions of human beings that have traversed this world, some dead, some still alive. Billions of people. And you are telling me that God is able to distribute to all of us a spirit billion times over and still remain all powerful, still remain intact? Yes. That is why he doesn't need your sustenance, your sacrifice to feed him. God, take these vegetables because you must tired. Take the chicken because you have been working all day and you give a million spirits today. You must be weak. He doesn't get weak. My Bible says, my God neither sleeps nor slumbers. My Bible says that he's almighty and all powerful. He's here, and everywhere. My Bible says that his power is beyond any power that was ever known. So therefore, understand what he has done for us. He has given us life. Verse 29, for as much then as we are the offspring of God, every one of us, because I want you to understand, this has nothing to do with salvation at this point, to get there. But whether you are a believer or unbeliever, saved or not, we are the offspring of God. We exist because of him. So he says, because God has given you life, in other words, because for as much as we are the offspring of God, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver or stone, graven by art and man's device. I want you to understand this. He says, look into yourselves, see that you have a soul and a spirit. You got that from God. So don't think that God is material. Don't think that you made him. He said, reverse it. He made you. And verse 30 says, the times of this ignorance God winked at, but now commandeth all men everywhere to repent. That is why I said, your existence at first had nothing to do with your salvation or lack thereof. He started with everybody. We are alive because of God. But because you know that you are alive because of him, he says, I am commanding all men, women, boys, girls, everywhere on the earth, all of my human mankind creation to now repent. And if you want to worship God a special way, rather than just say, at the Grammys, I want to thank God for giving me this talent. Rather than just say at the Oscars, I want to thank God for life. As I said, that's a kind of worship. But if you really want to worship God and thank Him for something, give your soul to God. He's commanding His creation to repent. That's what you need to do. That's what all of us need to do. That is how we show the true and real appreciation. That is how we live to worship Him with our lives. You notice he says, the times of this ignorance. What ignorance? When people never used to acknowledge Him as Creator, when people weren't sure of the facts and used to say all sorts of foolishness, he says, God winked at it. Whoa! Here's what he says in the Greek. God overlooked our ignorance. It's like you didn't know what you were saying. Remember, these people fell into the category of ignorance to an unknown God. So, this was a specially designed statement for the Athenians, for the people at Athens, to say, in your ignorance, you may have put to an unknown God and maybe have conceptualized something that He really wasn't. God has overlooked your ignorance and He is now offering Himself as your Savior. What a merciful God! Because sometimes when we don't know, we end up assuming some things. Sometimes when we don't know, we end up saying some sacrilegious things about God. True? Sometimes when we don't know, we end up styling, classing, categorizing God in certain ways that are disrespectful. And He overlooks that in order to bring us to Himself. Wow. Verse 31 is where I stop. Because He has appointed a day in which He will judge the world in righteousness by the man whom He has ordained, whereof He has given assurance unto all men, in that He has raised Him from the dead. Give me some feedback now. Which man? Jesus! I love that. When the Bible the man he's talking about is Jesus, God the Son. He has appointed Him to judge the earth one day. So if you know what I know, give your life to Jesus Christ. Repent and be saved before it's too late. Because He said there is coming a day when the judge of all the earth is going to judge us for either acceptance or denial. And if you accept Him, then you're going to heaven. If you deny Him, you're going to hell. That is why He's inviting us to worship Him now. We live to worship God. I have two more quick verses and then I'll close. Ephesians 2 verse 10 says, For we are His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus unto good works, which God has before ordained that we should walk in them. It's talking to those who are saved. It's talking about those of us who are born again. And He says, we are His workmanship. It means we are His production. We are His products. But we are created in Christ Jesus. New creation. But it says, unto good works. Those of us who are Christians need to understand we are created, where we have a new life, and we are created to do new things, good things. We are created to live pleasing to the Lord. And so He says that God has before ordained that we should walk in Him, walk in His precepts, walk in His laws and His commandments, obey God. There's a song playing in my car this morning when I was going. And it says, I'd rather obey than to sacrifice. An interesting phrase, you know. You know where it comes from, you know, David and all of that. But I'd rather obey than sacrifice. You know, I thought that God wanted sacrifice. Yes, He does. But if you reverse it and give sacrifice and not obedient, He rejects your sacrifice. He rejects your sacrifice. So start with obedience. Christian people need to be obedient to God and His word. When you are obedient, then the sacrifice will come. Then the sacrifice will be right. But if you try to sacrifice, give sacrifice to God and you're disobedient, let me just bring, because sometimes some people may not get it. You cannot just decide to come to church because it's a beautiful praise and worship time. You enjoy yourself and you are in it and you sang praises to the Lord, and I tell you, let's not give you the benefit of the doubt. Your heart was in it. Your heart was in the praise and worship. Let me just say something to you. Some of us are good at praise and worship. Some of us can do that well. But they are disobedient in the lifestyle. That's why I say, can I make an example? This is Black History Month. And there are times they do documentaries on some people. They do documentaries on Bob Marley. And when I watch Bob Marley, it seems like some kind of spirit at times. You watch Bob Marley perform? I'm getting to something, you know. No, as far as I know, Bob Marley is no Christian. But his praise and worship time, his singing time, you know, his performance seems to get all spiritual. You know what I'm saying to you? And it seems like some kind of spirit, whether it's ganja spirit, marijuana spirit, or something seems to get into Bob Marley. But they check his lifestyle. He's a womanizer. I'm saying it's quite possible that some of you are good at praise and worship, and the Spirit may seem to be working in you, but your lifestyle is different outside. Am I making sense? Yes. So me not frightened for praise and worship. I love praise and worship. But I want to get this. We have to get to the place that our entire lives worship God. Not just coming here with your sacrifice and with your offerings and thinking that you live a double standard life outside and God inhabits that. No, it does not work for God. So okay, then the sacrifice will be accepted. If you sacrifice and disobey, your sacrifice will be rejected. Ephesians 4 verse 24 in closing says that He put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. Put on the new man. If we are saved, something has to be different about us. And this new man was created in righteousness and true holiness. There's something that has to be true and pure about our entire life. I want us, don't get me wrong, come on, don't leave with the wrong point. I want us to bring our best to church. I want us to get our praise on. I want us to get our worship on. But if it only lasts until you go through the door and you're living a different lifestyle, God is not pleased with that. When you leave the doors of the church, you're supposed to be living the life as a good worker, as a good husband, a good wife, a good father, a good mother, a good child, a good citizen. He speaks to all aspects of life in the Bible. So don't just come to get it right here and go be wrong over there. Get it right here, get it right here, get it right everywhere. That's how we worship God with our lives. May we become true worshippers. So that when we say, come, let us worship the Lord. And when people come and they know about us, when they look on us here worshiping the Lord and know about us outside, they can say it matches the lifestyle. Let us be true worshippers. Because we are indeed made to worship. But we need to know who we are worshipping, why we are worshipping. So we live because of God, and we live to worship Him.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above, ye heavenly hosts. Praise Father, Son, and